Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee, SNS Storm Chasers, as we now focus our attention on Tropical Storm Colin as it moves northeastward through the eastern half of the Gulf of Mexico. This is a pretty disorganized system, and the reason why is that there's actually some very strong winds in the upper layers of the atmosphere in the central and western Gulf. If you look here, there's a upper low that's spinning off the Texas coast, and that's kind of driving this strong southerly or southwesterly flow here, and it's shearing the tops off the thunderstorms on the western side. The circulation center is probably somewhere in here. It's kind of hard to see where it is until we get maybe the visible loop. We'll probably be able to figure that out. So in a few hours, we'll have enough frames to get an idea. But the bottom line is all this tropical moisture is heading northeastward into Florida. There were warnings up for the Florida west coast as well as the Florida east coast, mainly from north of Daytona Beach, and then going all the way up into coastal Georgia, because this thing is going to be moving rather quickly. And how fast? Well, let's look at the GFS model, and you can get a good idea. This is where it was supposed to be this morning. By this evening, it's already on the Florida coastline. And this is actually good that it's moving at a fast clip, because this will probably minimize flooding rains. It's not going to be sitting over any particular spot for a long period of time, because it's just moving right along. And then by tomorrow morning, it's already east of Charleston. So coastal Georgia, South and North Carolina will probably be getting into some rain from this as Colin kind of skims the coastline. And at the same time, if you look back through here, there's another cold front that's coming through. And that front is essentially acting like a broom and just kind of sweeping Colin east-northeast and then northeastward out to sea. And the reason why it can't come up the coast, we're going to just switch off to the upper air, and you'll see it pretty well. There is a very strong vortex in eastern Canada that's developed. And there's the first of two upper air disturbances that are swinging around it. And then here's the first one, and you can see how broad this trough is. You have this northwest flow that comes in to the mid-Atlantic states and then turns turns southwestward from there. So Colin's kind of caught right there. It actually, you can pick that small little dot as actually Tropical Storm Colin in the high layers of the atmosphere, and it gets kicked out away to the east-northeast. When you have a trough, if something's going to come up the east coast, the trough has to set up pretty far to the west. So you need to have it dip down into the Mississippi Valley and then turn up the coast this way. So it's been my experience that in the absence of any kind of deep trough, you're not going to get tropical systems to move up through the mid-Atlantic and northeast. And then the next upper air disturbance comes through here on Wednesday mornings with some pretty cool air. So much of this week is going to be okay. I don't expect any kind of thunderstorm activity through the end of the week. Just looks pretty cool and dry. So we'll continue to monitor the progress of Tropical Storm Colin as it moves on up to the northeast. It could strengthen a little bit, by the way, with all that upper air energy to the north. It might have a little bit of an impact. I think it might strengthen a little bit as it moves northeastward, as it starts to make its transition into a non-tropical low once it gets off the Carolinas. So have a great day and enjoy your week ahead. And don't forget, SNS Storm Chasers, when severe weather hits, this is the place you want to be.